just on a different level. Same story. Even the different level. Gets to the triangle choke. Justin taps frantically.
Hello, good evening, everybody. How you doing? Are you good? Jacob, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. It's good to have you. Stephen, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Josh. How are you too?
I'm great. Roxanne, how are you doing, Roxanne? Roxanne, you are great. Ebenezer, how are you doing as well? Okay, good. So let's say good evening to all the guys joining us. You can see I'm very steady with accepting people, but anyway. Let's say good evening to all the guys joining us on YouTube as well. Good evening on YouTube. Anyone joining us on YouTube? We're going to make the links available, as you can see. As we go, you can join. Right.
Bye.
Can we all mute? Can we all mute? Can we all mute? I can kindly mute. Okay. I please mute. Everybody please mute. Okay, well, so we are back on the on the BluesStand review live, and welcome to everybody, wherever you're watching us from. We do this every match day. We sit down to talk about the game that we saw. And so we'll just go through the analysis. I think the Liverpool game just ended, and it just appears that it's going to be a very tough season, anyhow, in any way you're going to look at it. Manchester City as well couldn't find themselves around West Ham United, who are looking really, really good. But obviously here to do the analysis of the Chelsea game that we saw. Chelsea or Manchester United versus Chelsea. We have a pretty bad record at Old Trafford. So I'm sure the back of the minds of everybody was that we have to go and get something doing. We have been drawing games like nobody's business these days, whether it's 3-3, 4-4, 6-6, 0-0, 1-1. Anything the opponent will do, we try and match that. But I felt that it was a bit of a poor performance. We have so many good guys up there, but defensively, Mendy showed why he needed to be part of this team. Thiago Silva as well also indicated why he's such an important player. Chilwell, few flashes showing why he's there. Rhys James looked to have said him, as Lukesa himself tried. The defensive side of things were really good, but I think when it came to how to move the ball forward, there were a few issues there again. Most people had complained, Mason Mount must sit down. Mason Mount was not part of today's game, yet it still looked like things were messed up with Havertz, Pulisic, and Timo Werner, who had a very, very difficult time, a bit of a difficult time in the game. Some crosses came in. He had the opportunity to substitute, and we saw some substitutions. Tammy Abraham giving a run out. Others felt that Olivier Giroud should have come in if we were going to be crossing the game. But all in all, we made a Manchester United side look too good, and it was once again tight. So let's go around right now and get your initial thoughts on what you made of the game. It's another goalless draw there by Lampard, and it may surprise you, but that's Lampard's first clean sheet in the Premier League. I'm surprised. I was really surprised. Yeah, it's like a first clean sheet. Wow, low. I don't know how accurate that is, because I was just thinking that we have won some 4-0s and stuff, but I think it's the first clean sheet at Old Trafford, maybe, or something of the sort. Yeah, that was a record that was coming in. So I see the Chelsea journalists on Twitter saying, let's get excited about something, even though they agree it was a poor game. So I'll read the messages that are coming through, but let's start with Jacob. Jacob, how are you feeling after the game? This is some, how many hours? Okay, some 2 hours after the game. Yeah. How are you feeling? Jacob? Jacob, are you there? Jacob can't hear me. So whilst we...
Okay. Good evening, guys.
Yes, good evening, Jacob.
Actually, today's game, I'm here. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Jacob, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, Jacob. Okay. We're not getting Jacob. Jacob, whilst you try to solve that. Okay, Jacob, I think you're just hold on for us.
Actually, today's game, I'm a little bit impressed with our defense today.
Okay, a little bit impressed with the game today. I think he's made the point.
Actually, our attack wasn't sharp enough. Yeah, look, please, can I speak?
Okay, Jacob, hold on right now. Hold on. Just hold on. Let's go to Ike Lawson. Ike, tell me, how was the game for you? How did you see it? Any initial thoughts, Ike Lawson?
Hi, good evening, George, and everyone here.
Yes, good evening. Let's hear from you.
Okay, initially, I think it was a very good game. We know Manchester and counter-attacking. So initially, the defense was very strong today. The defense was really skilled up today, and they did a very good work. But we need to scale up our front line. Sometime around 50, 60 minutes, we have some clear chances that we needed to bury them, to get our chances going. Timo Werner was off the mark today, and then Pulisic couldn't pull up so much as well. At some point in the game, Avret was off, and then I suggested maybe bring on Kovacic so that we could hold on to the ball more in order to split the defense of Manchester United. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. But all the same, it was a very good game, fair point. But just VAR also couldn't help us much in the closing first half of the game. Could have gotten a penalty. It was a clear penalty. But I'll give the team 80%.
Okay. You give the team 80%. All right. Let's come to you, Yao Yong. Yao Yong, how are you doing this evening?
George, good evening.
Good. Tell me your initial thoughts after the game.
Yeah, it's been a great game this afternoon or this evening, and a whole lot of some positive things we've seen so far. Looking at the back line, the back four together with the keeper, the goalkeeper in the post, it really looks great. Mendy was so good. That's what we signed him for, and he's up to the task. I really love that. But looking at our midfield, I think Lampard needs to do a whole lot of work over there because looking at the play itself, we weren't too good in the midfield. We can't pass the ball so quick. At least I think Jorginho and Kante should have been decisive in their games, but today we've seen nothing of such. And our front three is just like something like shut down. Yeah. And Havertz today, he didn't put up too much, and I wasn't impressed with him. And on the other round, looking at the officiating, it's very poor. Looking at this guy, Maguire and Aspie's incident, it should have been a penalty, but the VAR just overlooked it, and it's really bad. But overall, I think I'll give Chelsea 80% because it's been good. Keeping a clean sheet in United like Old Trafford it's been a great work, and I love that.
Okay, yeah, that's Yao Young. His opening comments there. Let's come to you, Ebenezer. Ebenezer Adunya, how you doing this evening? Your opening remarks after what you saw this evening.
Good evening to you all, guys.
Yeah,
I think
good evening.
we did well at the back, and then in fact I'm impressed with the team, but there's still more work to do concerning our midfield. I think last Tuesday I said something that I would love to see Kante and then Kovacic. Not because I
Yes.
don't like Jorginho, but if you look at our team and then the number of matches we played so far, Kante and Jorginho, they are playing, but we are lacking something in the midfield. I mean, we need a player who can hold on to the ball. At least
Yes.
he can run after the midfield of our opponent, and even to the defenders. He can run after them and be creating some chances or some passes, some good passes that can lead to a goal. We were lacking that this particular evening. So I thought Lampard could have, even the second half, could have brought in Kovacic and then take off Jorginho. And then later on, maybe he can bring on Ziyech or Messi Mount, his darling boy, to come on and improve something. But I was quite disappointed in his changes. Apart from that, our strikers or our front line didn't show up. I mean, Havertz and then Werner. I won't blame them much because of the system. I would like to also ask, do we really have a system of play, or you have a system based on the opponent you are meeting? Because I thought today too you could have used the same formation just
Yeah.
to find the rhythm for the guys to, I mean, to operate, to understand that this is the system we are playing, so that we all know that this is the system. Just that there are some places or there are some matches that different players will fit in, but it is going to be the same system. But it'd be like what's a different system altogether. Apart from that, I think was okay for the guys, and then I'm okay with that. But we shouldn't be jubilating over clean sheets. That one we shouldn't be doing so. That is my view now.
Very good point. Thank you very much, Ebenezer, for that. Let's come to Stephen Baba. Stephen Baba, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you
So
too?
let's take. I'm good. I'm good. Let's take your initial comments then after the game.
Yes. First of all, I'll give thumbs up to Mendy for actually helping us in the game. We don't want to talk much about Kepa. Just that if he was there, we would have known the results by now. But thank God for the signing of Mendy at the moment. But looking at the game generally, we did well. Just that we need to work really hard on our midfield and then talk about our front line, those to do the work for us in terms of the goal scoring. Yes, I expected Kante to really hold the ball and then release some nice passes that can create some goal scoring opportunities, but they're not seeing him do that of late. But all in all, we pray that he picks up his game. And I think he's overused at this moment. Sometimes you see him very tired, and then at a point he'll be picking up yellow cards and things. So on a quick one, I would just like that maybe if going forward, the team can plan out how to play defensively. Now I can say the defense is okay for now, but our issue is now with the midfield. And then, just the midfield. If the midfield holds well, I think we can easily push into the opponent's box and then create a chance to score. But for the VAR, I think it's just a very bad decision on their part not to have awarded that penalty. Then, looking at what happened to Manchester the other day, the match has ended, but they call in to take a penalty. So I don't know why. Maybe it was in the first half, maybe second half, they could have done something similar just to correct their own errors. But all in all, though a point at the Old Trafford is not something to jubilate about, but it's okay. It's better than losing at Old Trafford.
Better than losing a little. Yeah, thanks. I think you'd agree there were a lot of nerves clearly going into the final minutes of the game, and I'm sure that's why some people were overly worried about it. Hello to Samuel. Samuel, how are you doing this evening? Samuel, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think Samuel can hear me, so let's just go straight into it. We don't make it.
Hello.
Yeah, Samuel, good. You can hear me. Tell me, what were your initial comments? What are your initial thoughts after watching Chelsea play a goalless draw in Manchester United?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes,
hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Looking
Go
at
ahead.
the team now. Yeah, looking at the team now, I think there is a lot of improvement in the team now. I can see a lot of improvement. But my only issue is the midfield. That's the combination of the Jorginho and Kante is not working at all.
Yeah.
It makes the strikers, they are lacking a lot of goals because there's no one serving them the balls, which is really making the job very difficult for Timo Werner. It's really, really bad. We have to get Kovacic in it very, very quick. Because the Jorginho and Kante combination is not really working. That is my opinion on this, please.
Okay, that's your initial comments there. I saw Selikim, unless he's gone off. Okay, Selikim has gone off. So let's talk about it. I think generally we agree that Thiago Silva, Zuma, Ashley looked a bit comfortable. Question is, would you want us to stick with 3 at the back? Try a 3-4-3 system or 3-5-2 system. Any of the ones work. I think that was more like a 3-4-3. You prefer 3 at the back or 4 at the back with the kind of players we've seen and seeing them playing in that shape? Today we saw 3 at the back. Ebenezer, let me start with you. Do you think you like 3 at the back? Something that Lampard should settle on?
I would say no, because if you look at our game, though the defenders did well, we can see Zuma panicking when he's always with the ball. Sometimes you can see it, you can verify from the way he's handling the ball that he's panicking, and so therefore he want to release the ball very fast and then be free. It won't help us if you go on with this 3 at the back. Also, if you look at this game we just played, you can see that if we play 3 at the back, there's no creativity in the midfield. It means that always the attackers or the frontliners has to go back. Today you can see Havertz deep in the midfield. You can see Werner deep in the midfield. They are all struggling to get the ball. Who is feeding them with the game or with the ball? There's nobody feeding them. So what do we have to do? I think for me, with this 3 back, I don't support it. Though it is part of Lampard's game that he normally used to go and then play against these top teams. But if you are critically looking at the system we played tonight, there was nothing like creativity. How many chances did we create? It's less than even 0.5. You understand? It won't help the team. It means that always the strikers have to go back, and then the chances of scoring will be almost 0.00. It won't help us at all with this 3 back. So for me, I don't support this 3 back system, to be honest with you.
Right. That's a very, very important there again. Let me come to Stephen Baba. Stephen Baba, what do you make of that? What do you make of the situation? What do you make of the situation at the back? Are we going with 3 or are we going to go with 4 at the back? What do you think, Stephen?
Yeah, for me, the back 3, just as our brother just put it, always when Zuma is on the ball, just as today, he's not really comfortable. Try to release the ball, not to make mistakes. So I think we need 4 at the back. So that if the back is well secured, then it can easily be pushed to the midfield. Then you can create chances. But most of the time, if your back is not well secured, then that is where the problem starts. You may think the defenders are playing well and we are keeping 2 clean sheets, let's say in a row, one in the Premier League and then the Champions League. But it's just a lack on our side. And then the type of goalkeeper we have at the moment. So I think 3 at the back is not safe for us. It really put a goalkeeper.
3 at the back is not safe.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Yeah.
I think some defenders like Zuma need to buckle up, and I think Zuma has been found giving too many faulty passes to goalkeepers and putting goalkeepers in trouble. In fact, Zuma is responsible for some of the woes of Kepa, even though Kepa, has been erratic generally. Sometimes I don't know why he would turn and send in a very dangerous pass, and it makes it very difficult. Today there was one of those passes like that almost put Edward Mendy in trouble. He almost kicked the ball back into his net. That would have been another thing altogether. I'm sure that Kepa's family will be calling us and disturbing the phones of Chelsea if that happened. Good enough, it didn't though. Ike, defense. Do you like 3 or 4 at the back?
Okay. The 3 wasn't bad today. Wasn't bad enough, but like my brother said, Ebenezer, it doesn't make our forward so much creative. Our midfield lacks so much creativity at the moment. Playing 3 at the back, doesn't move our balls forward. It makes the forward rather draws back so much. Like today, you could see Werner drawing so much back. Sometimes going on a counter attack is our back, and it's so much disturbing. 4 will be stable, but depending on the game or the match or the opponent that you are going to play with, that determines your formation. And on a good day, Lampard did what today for this formation, and then the tactics that he played. There are a lot of people complaining about we bringing the ball back so much, and if we had not done that, we're doing that to avoid Manchester United outrunning our defenders. And from my observation, yes, and you get a lot of people chastising at the coach. But on a good day, it helped all of us, and then we could sleep with just 0-0, better than losing at Old Trafford. Since 2013, we've never had a win at Old Trafford. I think today is good. We need to be more resilient. Zuma lacks so much confidence at the back, rushes so much. Like you said, he nearly put Eduardo today in a big mess, but fortunately, it didn't happen. Thank God for that. So, 3, no.
3. You want to stay with 4, right? I think before I come to Selikim and Presiding Bernard, it is clear here around the table that you feel that there was not enough creativity with the 3 at the back. But I think we have to also look at another important element of the creativity. Now, whoever those 2 central midfielders are, they need to move the ball. They need to keep moving the ball forward. There are too many, in quotes, unnecessary passes with the intent of trying to keep possession from that Chelsea side. And if you watch that, when we cross the center line, and the center line to the 18-yard box, we have some very unnecessary passes at times. And you feel that players need to switch up. We need to be quicker with the passing. Chelsea looks to be absolutely slow with the passing. And we have guys up front who wants, can a central midfielder just receive the ball, look upwards and send in a quick pass for Timo Werner to move in space when he's got it? You don't see that happening. They keep on passing the ball till everybody's around Timo Werner before the ball comes to Timo Werner. Timo Werner cannot do a one-on-one, cannot take on one. He can't help his feet. He plays the ball on a weaker foot and it just hits a shot. Same thing, because you look at the guys we had up front today, well, Pulisic or Timo Werner or Kai Havertz, they needed the balls in quick. But Jorginho gets the ball, turns around, he sends a pass to Kante turns around, sends a pass that way, it goes back all the way to the goalkeeper, and they start again. So let's look at those 2, whether they are playing in a 4 or a 3, those 2 sitting in front of the defense or being part of the 4 or the 5 when it comes to the wing-back system and what they critically need to do. Selikin, let me start with you. Were you impressed with that Kante, Jorginho central defensive midfield partnership?
Hello, Junior. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Selikin.
Yeah, I think today's match, I always said they kind of expectation that we are expecting from Lampard today. It has met our expectation now. But I think, as you rightly said about the midfield pairing,
Yeah.
I think Lampard, the way you just said something concerning about the way if Jorginho get the ball, is supposed to release the ball, and those balls that the three up front, the up front needs to like get the goals for us. It's not doing it. I think to me, the Jorginho and the Kante partnership, I don't normally feel it, because you could say it anytime way back the time that this guy have been playing for us, Hazard, you will see that kind of telepathy between Hazard and Kovacic. Anytime Kovacic get in touch with the ball, you can say he quickly locate Hazard because he know what Hazard can do. So if Jorginho were to be giving those passes to Kai Havertz, he can locate Timo Werner. That the goal that we all we need to celebrate this win tonight. We can do so. To me, the Murphy, the partnership, I wasn't impressed with it, because from the beginning, since morning, I've been saying that if like Chelsea wanted to win this the game from the midfield to attack, Jorginho, he like giving too much back pass, and the way he's supposed to feed what the upfront three that's supposed to get a goal for us.
Okay.
I haven't been doing it because
Right.
that he has way back when he joined the team.
Yeah. Okay, I think you made your point there. Let me come to Presiding Bernard. Presiding Bernard, how are you doing?
So I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Selikim, I think you made your point. Let's come to Presiding Bernard. Presiding Bernard, you see, I've heard the argument about Jorginho and hold on. I've heard the argument about Jorginho and Kovacic. They say they don't move the ball. They like to see Kante because Kante is able to move the ball. Today we saw Jorginho and Kante. What did you make of that?
Yeah, Judge. Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, I think we really need to talk to those two. The three, Kovacic, Jorginho, and N'Golo Kante. They really need to be moving the ball up front for us. Yes, because the Lampard seems to be sorting things out with our defense, and our attacking is rather becoming very blank, because the ball is not moving. The ball is not moving really from that transition from defense to the defensive midfielders to the attackers is not there, and they are just giving those square passes and backward passes, just like N'Golo Kante was doing today. Lampard should really be talking to his defensive midfielders to move the ball really quickly. I think our game before the Sevilla game, we saw the goal Timo scored right from deep in the half. Jorginho just moved that ball and it was a goal. So they should be talked to. They are holding the ball. The ball is not moving, as we said, really quick. The ball should move quickly to outweigh opponent and then the opponent's defenders. But if you are keeping the ball and giving it back passes, that's not going to do it. I think they should be talked to. Our game against Liverpool, for instance, Kante came in and he was moving with the ball, penetrating. But I don't know what is happening. Maybe Lampard needs to talk to them and they have to move the ball forward instead of giving those square passes. They should be moving the ball.
Well,
I think that
right. Right. Let me come to who hasn't on this matter. Let me come to Julius. Julius, how are you doing?
Hi, George. I'm doing great. How are you too?
I'm good. Julius, it's good to have you here. But this is my question for you. Well, he was just making the point about the boys moving the ball slowly, especially the midfielders not sending in the balls when they must send it because we have pacey attackers. But I think on not more than 3 occasions, I've heard Lampard say we need to move the ball quicker. Don't know if it's a system that is making them keep the ball that way or they have been told something to keep passing the ball, because it's easy for teams to play against us this way. And all the Manchester United players wanted to do was once they get the ball, they just quickly pass it up there into the spaces and chase down our channels. Today, our defenders were good. I can imagine if we didn't have Thiago Silva today and Mendy, Manchester United could have won this game easily by 4-0. They had opportunities around target. And even when we were possessing the ball, we're not doing so much with it because by the time the ball gets to our guys, there are problems there. We need to talk about the 3 because we have seen the sluggish nature in Kovacic versus Jorginho. We've seen Jorginho versus Kante. Even if we decide to play the 3, they are still slow. What do we need to do there, Julius?
George, thank you for the opportunity. I have to say that watching Lampard's team since last season and then the new season too, um, you seem not to understand what exactly is happening, because sometimes things happen and you're like, okay, so what is happening on the training ground? You're a bit concerned. I mean, I read a post, an interview he granted, I think a week ago. He was saying that sometimes the team like to pass too much. It's like that is ingrained in them, and I'm like, who ingrained the thing in them? It's
Who
like
ingrained it in them?
Exactly. So I feel like this is somebody who has been in charge over a year, but it seems to be talking about what the work Sarri has done more than a year ago. So for me, if there's going to be a change, the change will have to come from the manager himself. Things will have to change from the manager. If we are not seeing the change, it means that something is not being done right. Probably he's talking. He cannot be saying something and then the players will go on the field and do something different. What they do on the training grounds, what they show in games. So if Lampard is coming out to talk about the team is passing and passing and passing, but the passing sometimes is not productive, you don't get to see exactly end product of the passing. Sometimes I like to be too slick, do all the beautiful neat stuff on the field, but again, there's no productivity. There's no end product of the things that we do as a team. It's about time that he get those things fixed for me, because this team, this well talented assembled team, needs to be working, needs to gel by now, because if we compare, he's not the only manager who has brought in new players. We look at Ancelotti at Everton, he's brought in about 3 players, but they fit in well into the system that he's trying to play. It's only Lampard who seems not to be getting it, as far as I'm concerned. The way I watch Chelsea play games, I'm not sure if we will come to other things, but this will just pass for my preliminary. I'm sure maybe during the course of the discussions, you ask questions again that probably I will have to respond to.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I will give you the last word on that. Ebenezer, we'll talk about that. I'll give you the last word on what you think should be done right there. But I was just looking at, productive passes versus passing the ball and enjoying possession, forgetting that you have to score goals at the other side. I don't know if you watched the Leeds game. The Leeds game, guys were pressing. Guys were not necessarily possessing the ball overly, but the passes were pretty on point. They know that they have come here for business and it's about scoring at the other end. You see, sometimes it's a bit depressing because you have players who have got the attacking acumen. They know what to do if they find themselves in the right places. But when the balls can't get to them, it's very, very difficult for them. And they start finding themselves in different places and, there's confusion all around and their crosses coming in and all of that. Now, Ebenezer, you have seen the Leeds approach, Bielsa's approach. Probably I'm one of the few journalists who said at the beginning that what we see Leeds United do in the Premier League now, they have done it 3 consecutive times in the Championship, finishing second, not qualifying, finishing third, not qualifying, and finishing first and winning the Championship to come. So it's a well thought out system that is going to cost everybody in the Premier League. Everyone is going to receive a lesson of a bit from Leeds United. They'll lose some games there, but I think they're really coming out there. Ebenezer, how are you going to solve this? Is it got to do with your coach failing to put in the tactics and all, or the players, at least from what he's telling us, failing to listen to him and do what he wants them to do?
Well, George, I think my first submission I made said that I don't know the system that Lampard is playing, because we all know Jurgen Klopp and then Pep Guardiola, regardless of the team that they are going to face, their 4-3-3 will still be in place. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, what is Frank Lampard's system? That is my question. I still don't know. If you know, you should tell me. I don't know the system that Frank Lampard is playing.
It's very difficult because today I had a big discussion with someone and we were watching the game together, and we could not decide on whether this was looking like a 3-5-2 or looking like a 3-4-3. In fact, it was very, very difficult to see what we're doing up front with the top 3. So it's difficult to tell what Lampard is doing. That's for a fact.
We are talking about Everton with the new players, how they are gelling.
Yes.
Not because they are too exceptional. It's because The coach have a system, and so therefore the system fits the players that they've come in. Look at Alan and
Yeah.
then Ames Rodriguez, Dupore. What they are doing, it's they have a system, and so they are playing that particular system. Now we don't have, so how then do we fit in our players? Now we are talking about moving the
Yeah.
ball fast. Last Tuesday we all saw what Kovacic when he came in trying to do, pushing the ball forward.
Yeah.
So if there's
Yes.
somebody to talk to a players, I don't think it should be a supporter. The only person to do that is Frank Lampard. You can go and then grant a interview and then be saying we should move the ball fast. Meanwhile, on the training pitch, what have you been telling the guys? If you want to push the ball forward, if you want to really pass the ball quick, there are some people who can do it. Nobody can convince me that we don't have players who can move the ball fast. We have Kovacic who can do that. We have Ziyech. Just give him one pass and then he will look up and then give a long pass. I will take you back to the preseason match we had with Brighton and Hove Albion. Look at
It's
the
very
goal
simple.
that
Yes.
was just a straight pass, just long pass, and then that was all. The man was moving. You know, Timo will move, definitely will move. Kai Havertz will follow. Christian Pulisic will follow. So what do we need now? A player who can move the ball forward, who can move the ball quick. And then there's somebody on the bench. Why don't you fix him? That is my worry. Why don't you fix him? What is wrong with Kovacic? There's nothing wrong. So fix him. If you've tried Kovacic, you've tried Jorginho and then Kante, you've seen that they are not moving the ball fast. Then you change your hand and then fix in Kovacic. Tell Kante to sit. Let Kovacic push the ball forward. And then he will do that. Look, let's take 2 or 3 games. Look at Kovacic. If he can do that, then you can really know that the guy can do the job for me. So let me fix him. Then we are good to go. But now we don't know the player who is to move the ball because Kante will be moving and then up and downwards. He's not a machine. Definitely, it's a human being. He can get tired. So put Kante at where he belongs to, and then let Kovacic do his work. Everything will be fine. Just that still we don't have a system of play. That is what I think now.
He's made the point, and I think that at the start of the game, those of you listen closely to what Giggs said all Chelsea need to do is move the ball quick. But he said after he doesn't see the guy in there who's going to move the ball quick, and I'm sure he was just trying to say, subtly that there was no Kovacic there to move the ball quick. And then when we brought Ziyech on, when the coach brought Ziyech on, that was when Timo Werner and Kai Havertz were going off. And I don't understand what Tammy Abraham was actually coming to do in that situation. I was confused then. I'm like, okay, well, you got Ziyech on finally. Now, if Ziyech is going to send in the crosses, you don't have your Giroud who's going to be taking that. And it's Tammy Abraham coming. Tammy Abraham standing on the ball is just like what Timo Werner would do. And if Timo Werner could have joy, Tammy won't have joy as well. So I was confused. Yeah, very inexperienced. I was confused with the substitutions that we did. I don't know if we wanted to score or when it was so confusing what we wanted to do. At least from Ole's side, it was clear that he wanted to pile more pressure. So he brought in Paul Pogba and he knew what he wanted to do. Cavani was in there, so Paul Pogba can, lay in the ones. But I was confused on that. Kwame Opoku, thank you very much for joining us. How are you doing, Kwame? Kwame, you have to unmute.
I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
I'm good.
Good, Kwame. So
I'm good.
Let's talk about Frank Lampard's substitutions. What did you make of them? What was his thinking there?
I think I've been angry with Lampard since the start of the season. That is it. He doesn't have plan B. He doesn't have plan C. See, I watched Leeds United, was it Aston Villa? And look at what the coach did, the Leeds coach. He realized that when they started the match, within 20 minutes, he realized that no, his midfield is weak. He quickly changed, brought in a player who did the magic for him. Lampard, I think, should go to school again. His changes are poor for me. What was Tammy coming to do on the pitch? What was he even there for?
Yeah.
Look at Tammy. Yeah. You are taking Kai off. You are taking Werner off. You are bringing Ziyech, who can run with the ball. You have Pulisic on the pitch. Ziyech and Pulisic can run with the ball. Werner is fast. so they can cross the ball to him for him to connect. Now you took these two players out. You brought in Ziyech, and oh my God, that coach
Because did you see?
should-
Not to cut you. Did you see the chance that was missed? Kante there was so much in Kante's mind in the final moments of the game when he was given the ball. He needed to place a pass to the left or the right. If we had any of the boys on there, I thought they would have made a very important one. That cross went in.
When he was pushing the ball forward.
Yeah.
It had to go somewhere. I think we were lucky. Mendy did the magic for us today, George.
Yeah. Mendy saved us. Yeah.
He saved us. Lampard, I think we should, if we have Marcelo Bielsa on the pitch for Chelsea, I'm telling you, if we give this team to Ancelotti, we are going to excel and explode. Lampard, I think, doesn't have any plan B. He doesn't even vary his tactics. We can easily read his mind. Every coach who is meeting Lampard knows that, okay, let me try to kick the ball to the wings. If it doesn't work, let me cross the ball. At least I can get a goal from there. But let us kudos to Silva. I think Silva is really doing a good job at the back. He's teaching Zuma. If we look at our match, was it our match, the Champions League, where we didn't have Silva on the pitch? Yes, you realize that Zuma was fumbling. He sometimes made some mistakes that he shouldn't have made. But with Thiago on the pitch, you know that at least he's teaching the boy. So there are individual brilliance there, but Lampard needs to up his game. George.
Good. There's one thing that if you meet Zuma, something that I said he needs to learn. Anytime Thiago Silva picks the ball, he looks up.
That's the point.
Up. Zuma picks the ball and he's looking down. And before people are in front of him, he will turn around and give the back pass. He just needs to look up. And that's one. And when you have a quality player, you can see whatever the situation is, Thiago Silva is reading the game. He's looking up. He's looking for where he's going to send the pass. Zuma will be looking down. He's in trouble. Then he'll turn. Goalkeeper, he'll give you a pass at any time. And if you are a keeper, then you are in trouble. You have to just show your capabilities if you're a keeper. And that. You show your capabilities and you are in trouble. So I think that you guys have made the important points about what we are doing with the midfield and all of that in today's game that we saw. I still don't understand why we cannot have this Ziyech man playing today. I don't see what is wrong. I don't really want to give the coaches the benefit of the doubt. So I don't know why Ziyech and Pulisic cannot play in the game at the moment, because when these boys are not playing together, it's taking a lot away from them because they need to start connecting and understanding each other. So if you take Timo Werner and Havertz off and you bring Ziyech on, and Ziyech is coming to play with Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount, and tomorrow is Mason Mount and Havertz, and we organize. So we're saying that Silva is great. If Thiago Silva is great and he's going to play alongside Zuma, can we stick with that? Can we begin to have an idea of what it's looking like so that the players can communicate better? Because once we don't see that happening, it's going to be very, very, very difficult at the moment.
George.
Yes, Kwame.
George, I think there is a missing link between the midfield and the number 10 who picked the ball. You see, somebody should pick the ball from the midfield, push the ball to the number 10 who can link play with the wings or to Werner.
That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. Have you seen the heat map? Okay, I wish when we are done with this meeting, please spend time and look at the heat map of Chelsea. Anytime the ball hits the two central midfielders, the ball goes sideways first and then goes backward, back again to the central defense before there is a pass to the wing for a wing back to pick it, and the wing back makes a run. And by the time all of these things has happened for the wing back to make the run, by the time he's gotten there, his option is one. People are standing right in front of him. He's not dribbling, and he's going to hit a ball into the box. So if people are not quick and people can't read it, then we are wasting the chances like that. That was just the way we're going around. But I spent time just watching the heat map, and I was like, this heat map doesn't suggest that you can score a goal, because just little went from central midfield straight to finding a number 10 or a number 9, or straight to finding a winger on the left or on the right. And so it was going to be difficult. I don't know. Let me ask, let me see who came on right now. Is it Selikim, Precise and Steve? Okay, right. Let's come to you, Selikim. It could be very, very, Selikim has gone off. It could be very, very, very frustrating to have Timo Werner on, and when you're not feeding him, it's absolutely very, very, very difficult. And we need to understand that our Timo Werner that we have, Timo or Turbo Werner, is very, very fast. He's pacey. That is his greatest attribute. If you give him the ball when there are 2 people standing in front of him, if you are lucky, out of 10 dribbles, he will just win 1. So he's a guy that you have to place the ball and he can run with it and go and score. I don't know if we are not understanding this one about Timo, because the way we pass the ball slowly and give the ball to Timo. Today, did you see the number of the one-on-ones? I saw was 1-on-2 and 1-on-3. When I saw it, I told the guys watching the game, I was like, forget it. There's nothing going to happen from here, because Timo Werner is not going to dribble. He's going to try, go left, go right, go in, come in there. Let me come to you, Yao. What do we do? What do we do now with the attacking thing now? Yeah, because remember that we are happy about clean sheets. It is not good news too that we have played 2 goalless draws with the kind of attacking talent we have in this team. That we play Sevilla, we don't score a goal. 90 minutes. We play another 90 minutes against Manchester United, I don't score a goal. Something's wrong.
George, about this thing, we keep talking over and over again about Lampard, and I'll keep mentioning his name, Lampard. The reason being is up to now, we don't know the game plan Lampard is using. 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2-1, or whatever. It's just a formation on the ground. Okay? When they go onto the field of play, what is his mindset? Like, what is the kind of system is he going to use when things are going wrong? What way would he today? When you look at Lampard, you can say like he's confused. He don't know what to do. At the later part of the game, like when you look on his face, like he doesn't know what to do again. Kante, Jorginho is not clicking. It's not going. They are not decisive with the ball. Okay, send the ball back, give the ball sideways, give the ball back. No, we don't play ball like that. Today, I was thinking like at least he could have taken Jorginho off and bring in what? And bring in Kovacic. Because when he brings in Kovacic and let Kante sit deep, Kovacic can break play with the ball, run with the ball forward. Because Kai Havertz, the guy is very brilliant. When he gets space, he does a whole lot of things. But without the guy getting the ball, we cannot see what he's used to do. You see, so I keep saying over and over again that Lampard needs something. Lampard needs tactics to help fit the guys all in the team. Even if not all of them, at least 90-80%. His system has to favor them for us to play that ball. Because always, if these 2 guys are in the middle, today, I don't know if you notice, you can see Kante and Jorginho are on, like they are on each other. They are really on each other. You see, it is not helping at all, and it will never help. Timo Werner, on the other hand, is not getting the ball. How would your striker score if he's not getting the ball? No, because the midfield is not clicking. Okay, bring in somebody who can sit deep and let someone do the dirty work up front there. Okay, so that Havertz can get that chance and operate within that area and fit the guy up front. Without that, we can't do anything. When we're talking about, like, let's say we have Silva, we're keeping a clean sheet. Fine, that is good. But the problem here is, what are we going to do to score goals? And again, recently you talk about the substitution, bringing in what do you call Tammy. I don't know what is really going on in his mind bringing in Tammy. Okay, that guy is not good. It's not good on the ball. It's never good on the ball. And I don't know where Lampard keeps using the guy. Even if Giroud, we saw Giroud last season. By the end of the season, we saw what Giroud did. So you taking off this guy, bringing in Ziyech. Why can't you bring in what? Giroud. At least when this guy send the ball in, he can what? He can have a head of it. You see?
Yeah,
so
but I was saying that you brought on Ziyech. You brought on Ziyech who can, You brought on Ziyech who can send crosses. So let's follow it up with Giroud and then put Giroud in. Yeah, let him knock the balls in the.
Yeah, you brought on Ziyech who can cross the ball, and you brought in Tammy. What is Tammy coming to do over there? Nothing. I keep saying it until this guy let us know the kind of system he's using. 4-2-3-1, whatever. It's just something on paper. Okay. Now, what are you going to do if the game is going against you? What is your plan B? What are you going to do? Nothing. You talk about Bielsa right now. You talk about Bielsa, Marcelo Bielsa. This guy is very brilliant. You know, let's be on them. Let's be on the players. We call something local marking. I don't know if many of us are cool with that. We call something local marking.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, cool. Cool with that. Yeah.
Let's just be on. Yeah, let's be on the players. Send the ball forward. We know possessing at the back doesn't give you any scoring opportunity. Never. Until the ball is moved forward before we can have a chance to score. Yeah, before we can have a chance to score. So
you made your point. It's difficult for you. Kwame, what do you have to say, Kwame?
I don't know if now Lampard doesn't believe in shot, playing the ball from afar.
Because he used to hit a lot of shots with Balak and Co. Yeah.
When he was playing, now
shooting
they don't
outside the
play
box.
A single. Come on, I'm like, what's wrong with our team? Lampard, no. I think Frankie out. We want him out.
Let me say this. I see hashtag Lampard out, but I'm like, you need to be patient because Lampard is going to be giving at least a season. I'm sure about this. So you need to pray that he gets things right because he's going to be giving like a run out. So he'll give a run out after all the buys and everything. But it begs the question that a guy who used to shoot outside the box, from outside the box, 25 yards, 22 yards, 20 yards.
Yes.
Now he's trying to play like Sarri. Yeah, now he's playing Sarri. It's like it's like Sarri all over. You know what? Stephen Baba, let me ask you this question because it's an interesting one right now. You see, I understand everybody is saying, "Oh, Lampard must do this, Lampard must do that." It's a bit unfair again to compare Lampard to Bielsa. These are even Pep Guardiola cannot polish the shoes of Bielsa. Bielsa is a crazy guy. You can see the respect people have for him. Yes, I understand. We also have to accept that the club has taken a huge gamble, and we are reaping the fruits of it. It's as simple as that. You cannot possibly think that Lampard will move in from Derby, the kind of season they had there, even at the Championship. Leeds, Brentford playing much better football than what Derby were doing. They were just fortunate, to come around the playoffs. And then right from Derby, you hand him over, you give him the big Chelsea to come and handle. It's a gamble. So the club also will know that they have to stay patient with the gamble and see how it goes. Because I look at the Manchester United team and I look at the Chelsea team and I say, these two teams have a lot of talent. What they are missing is a proper tactician. So if I take the Manchester United team, give it to a better coach, he will change his team and they will play fantastic football. It's the same with Chelsea. So you saw the two of them playing. This is experimentation, confusing players and all of that. So we need to be patient in that. But Stephen, this is the problem for me now. In the league, draws are dangerous than losses. If you have done the calculation, if you play 3 games, you draw them, you are going home with 3 points. If you lose 2 games and win 1, you are going home with 3 points as well. Just to give you the line, the more draws at this point, the more we are going to fail on any targets that we want to achieve or whatever we want to do at the moment. So we're happy with the team defending and having a clean sheet. And I can see a lot of the pro journalists saying that, we've had a clean sheet. We need to score goals. And now our next game is against Krasnodar. If we don't score goals in this game, I don't know what we can do again. Or am I being too wait? What would you expect Lampard to do in this game? And first, what do you expect him to do on the training ground and how it's going to affect them in this game? I don't think Krasnodar should give us such a a difficult time out, even though we are going away. This
Yes,
isn't it.
I think that game should be a simple win for us. But from the next day, I think tomorrow onwards, there might be training. And I expect Lampard to tell the boys to shoot, just as he used to do, and then try to create more chances. Stop the back passes for me. It shouldn't be something that should be entertained at all the time. We saw what that was going to cost us just this evening. So I would expect Lampard to tell the boy to be more physical with the ball, hold the ball, and give accurate passes, especially with the midfield area. So that when you get the ball, look ahead of you and give a cross that can meet the intended person or player, so that we can create the scoring opportunities. So I think for now, he's a bit, the team is a bit okay with the defense. So we have to now continue building the team. For now, those targets that we should sack him or something, just how you put it, is a big gamble they've done. A young coach taking on such a team who is expected to at least win the league or something this season. Then he's a former player, he has done it before. So we are expecting him to deliver on that match. But I think we still have to give him more time. Even if we don't qualify for the Champions League this season, I don't think he should be sacked. He should still be given a chance, just as Jurgen Klopp was given more chance in Liverpool, and then he's doing wonders with them. So at least for the second Lampard right now, we'll be losing a lot. But we should keep him and then let him build his team. I'm sure he will get out of this.
Yeah, well, the only problem there is that those who want to refer the club project, let them know that the club project was, I don't know if you did the quadratic equations. The club project was always N+2 every season.
Yeah.
It was steady progress. Now remember, and people forget this all the time, that when Klopp took the team, immediately he touched the team that season, they went to 2 finals. That was a huge statement that it was going to get well. And then when it comes to the points they were amassing and the position on the log, it kept on improving progressively. And you could see a manager who knew exactly what he wanted. The difference between Klopp, you know, how many years has Ole been at Manchester United? It's almost 3, that man.
Yeah, 3 years, I think, 3 years.
But he's nowhere close to what Klopp had done in 3 years. And that's the little thing that we need to pay attention to when we say we want to build. The building must take shape, because Manchester United, in fact, they started building since Alex Ferguson left. But the building is still not up. That's the other side of it. Because if I gave them Alex Ferguson, since Alex Ferguson left, it's taken them about 7 years. And I can't see the building. Because every year they say they are building again. So this is the only one here. So it's important that Chelsea are able to point out that this is not being progressive. Therefore, you don't discard, you don't throw your legend away. The legend can go and handle the development team and have a coach, or the legend can go to assistant 2 and learn from another manager. It's as simple as that. If you stack your legend, legend says you will stay. Yeah, because Chelsea must draw the line at a point at the end of the season, draw a line and say that this is progressive, this is not progressive. It's as simple as that. Else you tell yourself you are building. Arsenal were telling us they are building stadium, they are paying for money, they are paying, and you see it 12, 15 years, you haven't won the league. And so that's another important thing. You normally want a coach who knows what's about. Bielsa goes to Leeds United, handles Leeds United for close to 4 years, and you can see the product, hands down. And he's not even using stars. He's making nonsense of all the 65 million and 70 million. These are boys who are running from, I don't even know how they do it. In Leeds, you should be worried about what happens to you in the second half. Because when they are now bombarding you, they are now running. So I think that's what we have to do. Quick thoughts just before we round it up so people can go and rest. A lot of people are going to church tomorrow. We have to make Chelsea your prayer topic. Prayer topic 1. Lampard will be prayer topic 2. We need deliverance. We need deliverance badly. Yes.
Good. Like
Julius,
talking about Jurgen Klopp.
Yes, Kwame.
Yeah.
Yes, Kwame, go ahead. Kwame, go ahead. Yeah.
Talking about Georgian Klopp.
Yeah.
George, look at Georgian Klopp, look at Mourinho, look at Pep Guardiola, look at all the Marcelo Bielsa, look at all these coaches. They have their signature.
Yeah.
With everything they handle, you see that this one, you can see the coach's signature in the team. But we can't blame Lampard too much because
Lampard
he's
is
inexperienced.
he's now finding his signature. You have to learn your signature.
Definitely. But what is his signature? If you
He's
look
now
at
finding
Sarri has a signature. That is that passing type of football, that short passes. But you look at Lampard, it's like, I don't want to blame him too much. He's an inexperienced. He doesn't know much of the things. But again, I would like to say Lampard has done well with the Manchester United game. You look at how he approached the game with Reece James and Aspilicueta, both on the field with Chilwell. You see, it was, I think, his selection today to start the game was good. It was perfect.
Was fine. Okay, let me just do this. Let me just do this so that we can quickly say bye-bye because we've spent some good 30 minutes. So I think we spent 1 hour. We are all the 1 hour bill. Eben, what are you expecting in the next game against Krasnodar? I mean, it's an opportunity to experiment if you want to. Because we just got a point in the first game. It's important to get all 3 points against Krasnodar.
Well, let me say that if Frank Lampard is going to face a coach that he's afraid of, he normally play that 3-5-2 or 3-4-3.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If you've not recognized that, try and then find out. But with this Champions League team, I think we should just go and then walk away with 3 points. We should score at least, because not disrespecting the team, but with this quality team that we have, we should be hammering and then be firing goals at them. Just that. So our setup and then the manager, that is where the problem lies. And then if we have Jorginho and then Zuma, this Abiba down passes will still exist until we change things in the team. I mean the setup. Things will not go well for us.
Right, let me say thank you. We have a game against Krasnodar. I think our next Premier League game is against Sheffield United. That will be a big test. You saw them against Liverpool. So we'll see where we go. But let me see. Who was your man of the match?
Man of the match, obviously Mendy.
Mendy was your man of the match. Julius, do you know who was your man of the match?
Yeah, it has to be Mendy for me.
Mendy for you as well. Hey, Mendy, no. Yeah. Who was your man of the match?
Hello?
Kwame, who was your man of the match?
I'm confused. I don't know if I should choose between Mendy and James. I think James was good. I don't know who to choose.
So you go for James. You don't know who to choose. Okay.
Yeah.
Presiding Bernard, who are you choosing? Who was your man of the match?
God.
I think Silva was okay, but I'll choose Mendy ahead of Silva.
All right, good. I hope it's not my head. Did someone say God was the man of the match?
Silva was okay, but I'll choose Mendy.
Presiding Bernard, no, wait. Presiding Bernard, you actually said God, eh? Oh, Eben, who said God?
No. I said Silva was okay, but I'll choose Mendy.
You choose Mendy. Eben, so you said God. God was the man of the match.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Eben. Yeah.
Eben, so who was your man of the match?
Oh, definitely it's Mendy. Mendy survived.
Mendy for you, eh? Hey,
and let
Charlie,
me tell you,
I thought I heard the God.
I won't go fast and then pray for Lampard. I won't do that.
You won't do that.
I won't fast and pray for Lampard. No,
the guy is stubborn. He's just stubborn, eh? You leave him.
Very stubborn. Yeah, leave
him. Steven Baba, who was the man of the match?
God.
Yeah, for me, I'll go for Mendy. He's my man.
You go for Mendy, yeah. Charlie, the God kill me. Oh. Man of the match, God. That's it. Julius.
In fact, I think the person won the best prediction for the man
I'm
of the
telling you,
match.
God,
God, I think God.
Julius, who was the man of the match? Who was the man of the match, Julius?
Because I said it has to be Mendy, of course. It's Mendy.
Mendy, of course. Okay, Samuel, finally, who was the man of the match?
Yeah, Chua was very good, but I'll surely go for Mendy.
Okay, you going for Mendy as well. Guys, let me say thank you very much. It's been great having you here. I think I'll go back and tweet it. The man of the match was God. See, sometimes God, it's true. The match goes when sometimes God will just descend and save you. You know, just save you from the problems. So your team is whack, but you find a way there. So, guys, thank you very much. I think we will talk again on
sure.
Tuesday or Wednesday when we play against Krasnodar. It's been good having all of you. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Yao. Thank you, Kwame. Thank you, Poseidon Bernard. Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank you, Julius, Stephen, and Paul, and to everyone who joined us on YouTube, and to all of you who are going to watch us later, because we realize that there are a lot of you who watch us later. Thank you very much. Next time, try go and be part of the conversation. It's a big Blues family, and we are going stronger and stronger. With all the problems, we're still hoping that things will be fine. Till we meet after the Krasnodar game, guys, take care of yourselves.
Bye.
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 Bye.